If you're looking for some Brandon Sanderson holiday gift inspiration, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'll be breaking down a bunch of different gifts into 4 distinct categories, from premium Leatherbounds to cute stocking stuffers, to make sure you knock it out of the park this holiday season. Hello World Hoppers, welcome to Cosmere Horizons, and I have scoured through multiple websites to give you the definitive Cosmere holiday list. I'll walk you through what each gift is, how much it roughly costs, and who it's best for. So even if you know nothing about Brandon Sanderson's work, this video will still make your shopping way easier. Before we get into apparel, games, and other gifts, let's talk about the obvious gifts that come to mind when you think of Brandon Sanderson. And that would be the books. The big thing to think of when it comes to buying books for someone is to find out what they have and haven't read and what they own or do not own. There are 2 main series when it comes to Brandon Sanderson's book. While I have a video that will give you a more in-depth intro on Brandon Sanderson's work, I'll give you the general run over here. But you should watch that video because it'd make me happy. Also like this video. Also subscribe. There are 2 main series when it comes to Brandon Sanderson's books, Mistborn and the Stormlight Archive. Whoever you're buying for might be reading through either of these series, so check in and see where they're at. The Stormlight Archive, which is Brandon Sanderson's magnum opus, starts with The Way of Kings. Then we move on to Words of Radiance, Oathbringer, Rhythm of War, and finally the newest release, which came out a year ago, Wind and Truth. There's also a high chance that they're reading Mistborn. Mistborn consists of The Final Empire, Well of Ascension, and Hero of Ages. Then there's a second series called Mistborn Era 2, which takes place 300 years after the original trilogy. This would be a great series to pick up for someone who's only read the Era 1 trilogy. Era 2 consists of The Alloy of Law, Shadows of Self, Bands of Mourning, and The Lost Metal. Moving on from the Stormlight Archive and Mistborn, there are a ton of standalone stories that anyone can pick up and read. A great gift to look at would be these 4 Cosmere secret projects. Each of these are standalone stories that have a premium hardcover for about $60 on Dragonsteel's website. No matter where they're at in their reading journey, Tress of the Emerald Sea and Yumi and the Nightmare Painter are 2 amazing books for them to read. The Sunlit Man and Isles of the Emberdark are 2 books that are phenomenal for people who have read all the Cosmere books. They're not such a great starting point though. There are a ton of references to the other books, so it'd be great to buy if they are a diehard fan. Isles of the Emberdark is the most recent Brandon Sanderson Cosmere release. It came out in July and it's fantastic. I absolutely adore this book, and it's gorgeous. Look how pretty this book is. It's so good. Okay, and lastly, we're gonna have Arcanum Unbounded, which is a must-have for any Cosmere fan. There's 9 different short stories in here, and it's in one book, and it's just like, it's a great overview of these Cosmeres. These short stories are really phenomenal. Okay, and that's the books. It's always great to receive a Brandon Sanderson book as a Cosmere fan. However, if you really want to smash it out of the park this holiday season, there are a ton of different Cosmere trinkets that are just awesome. I'm so excited for this list. For the rest of these gifts, I'm going to break it down into 4 different categories. There will be a section full of gifts for Stormlight Archive lovers. Category 2 will be for our die-hard Mistborn. Third will be for our superfans who love anything and everything Brandon Sanderson. And lastly, my favorite category, we're gonna have our stocking stuffers category. These are quick and easy things that are perfect to just throw in for $5 to $10. Make sure to stay till this point of the video because there are some gems in here. I love this category. Starting off with the Stormlight Archive category, because the Stormlight Archive is my personal favorite series, I'm gonna start with my favorite thing like ever. It's these PJs. Hold on, I have them on right now. Oh, I knocked over my light. Gosh darn it. I got too excited about my PJs. What you need to know is that in the Stormlight Archive, there are these 10 different Radiant orders. Most of the characters in the Stormlight Archive are one of these 10 orders. So the main character, Kaladin, he's a Windrunner. Shallan, another popular character, she's a Lightweaver. That doesn't really matter. There's this quiz that you can take online to see what order you are if you want though. So there are 10 different PJs that you can match to like get the different Radiant orders, and I get a different pair every Christmas, and it's actually my favorite thing ever. If you're looking to buy a pair, Windrunners I would say are the most popular. Lightweavers and Edge Dancers I would say are also a pretty safe bet, but if you know what Radiant order your person you're shopping for is, just buy that one. If you're shopping for someone who loves coffee and loves a good dad joke, this coffee mug would be perfect. It's a riff off the very popular Stormlight Archive line, "Honor is dead, but I'll see what I can do." The mug is just, it's a great dad joke for any dads who read the Cosmere. Now, if you're looking to get some room decoration, there's this poster of Spren from the Stormlight Archive. What I love about this poster is it's simple yet super aesthetically pleasing. A lot of issues I have with these like epic Stormlight Archive posters is that they don't always look the best in a room. They look a little cheesy in my opinion. Mom, I know you watch this video. This will look really good in my room, so Mom. Now for my favorite thing in this entire list, and it's what's at the top of my personal Christmas list, is this Syl statue. There's this Kaladin Stormblessed crewneck that I absolutely adore the design and I think is so cool. They also make a t-shirt of this design, so feel free to pick that up as well. Lastly, if you're shopping for a fan of TTRPGs such as Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, or Daggerheart, the Stormlight RPG just hit shelves and is available for purchase by the general public. This is a game where people can sit around the table and pretend to be in the Stormlight Archive, but the game's really, it's a really cool game, okay? You just gotta trust me out. This is the rulebook. It's really cool. This is what you'd get. You'd buy the rulebook. And it's full of rules on how to play the game, and it has such cool art. Like, the art in here is incredible. Look at this. Look at this. Look, are you looking? Look harder. It's cool. In order to play the game, you are gonna need to pick up. Oh, I dropped it. Oh no. In order to play the game, you are going to need to pick up the Stormlight Handbook, and then having the Stormlight World Guide is highly recommended. Otherwise, you can play without the Stormlight World Guide, but this opens up your options drastically. If you really wanted to go all out, you can pick up Stonewalkers, but of the 3 books, they're heavy. Of the 3 books, this is like the least important. In layman's terms, this is the rules for the game. This tells you like the world that you can play in. And then this is like a pre-written adventure, but the game encourages you to make your own adventures. But if you're feeling too lazy like me, then you can just play through this one. Okay, we're in the home stretch of this section. This miniature is called Clashing Storms, and it's a replica of one of the coolest fights in the Stormlight Archive. It is one of the coolest statues I've ever seen, and the fact that it's from the Cosmere, like, what? That looks so cool up on that shelf. This would be great for anyone who loves the Stormlight Archive, and specifically the second book, Words of Radiance. For those who don't know, Brandon Sanderson's books eventually release in what's called a Leatherbound. Essentially, it's a really sexy book. Okay, here's Warbreaker. Here's a normal book that Brandon wrote, and then he came out with a Leatherbound version, which is just really, like, these are gorgeous books. They're made with super pristine quality, and they just look really good up on a shelf. And they have Leatherbounds of the first 2 books of the Stormlight Archive. The 3rd book, they usually release the Leatherbound on the 10-year anniversary of the book coming out, at least for the Stormlight Archive. So the Oathbringer Leatherbound should be coming out in the next few years here. So here are the Leatherbounds for The Way of Kings, which is the first book of the Stormlight Archive. If you're like, Dylan, there's 2 books. Why are there 2 books? I just want to get 1 book. It's because Brandon Sanderson's a psychopath, okay? Because this book is too big, and so it had to split up into 2 books. Okay, moving on to category 2, let's get some Mistborn love in here. These Mistborn bookends are perfect for any fan who wants to prop up their Mistborn books. These actually look so freaking cool. It's a great addition to any bookshelf or any Sander shelf. This artist, Shandell Art, is absolutely incredible, and this Mistborn print that she made I adore it. She actually has a bunch of different Mistborn prints, so you don't need to stick with this one. Here are examples of some of her work. Just check out all these prints. Majority of what she does is Mistborn of the Stormlight Archive, but these Mistborn prints are insane. She's so talented. This is a really cute woman's top that would be great for a Mistborn fangirly. It is the Christmas season, so an ugly Christmas sweater would be perfect for this occasion. There's a Mistborn ugly holiday sweater, and it's so comfy. And lastly, if you have any board game lovers in the house, the Mistborn deck building game would be amazing. It's a blast of a board game for Mistborn fans, but you definitely don't need to have read the books to play the game. And it plays with up to 4 people. The Stormlight RPG that I just showed you has a Mistborn RPG that is coming out next year, so that'll be in next year's holiday shopping video. That's all we got from the Mistborn section, but I have a bunch of Mistborn small little trinkets in the stocking stuffer section, so make sure to stay around for that. All right, so now let's just get into general Cosmere and Brandon Sanderson gifts. These are gifts that would be great for people who have read majority of the Cosmere. There's this simple t-shirt that comes in a variety of different colors. I think it's a funny shirt that isn't cheesy or corny to wear outside. I think it's really cute. I like this shirt. It would obviously be great for any Sanderson fan. This crewneck has all the major names of all the planets in the Cosmere. So it's great for anyone who actually knows their Cosmere stuff. And hey, remember that Mistborn print from earlier? Well, the artist of this actually has a whole book full of different art from the Stormlight Archive, Mistborn, and Warbreaker. Every piece she draws is absolutely stunning. It would look so good just on a coffee table or just propped open on a bookshelf. It would be absolutely incredible. All right, I was gonna get to it. This sweater I have on, I'm so cozy. And dude, with these pajamas, this will be my exact outfit Christmas morning, I guarantee you. There's the Mistborn one I mentioned earlier, and there's this general Cosmere one that came out earlier this fall, and I got it, and it's really comfy, and I'm cozy. I hate shameless plugging, but if this video is helping you out, you should or you don't have to, but it's free. Okay, and now we're ending off with my favorite category, the stocking stuffers. Everything in this section is just so freaking cute. Let's start off with these two awesome bookmarks I found. There's a Hoyd bookmark, which would be great for any Cosmere fan, as Hoyd is like the main character of the Cosmere. And then there's this Mistborn bookmark, which is so cool. It would be great if you are shopping for someone who has at least read the first Mistborn. Next up, we have this Mistborn and Stormlight Archive sticker, which would be really cute just for someone to put on a water bottle or like a laptop. And lastly, we have Dragonseal's official website where they make these character pins. You can buy a character pin from almost any book or series in the Cosmere. You can wear these pins, but I found this pin display case which would look great on a shelf. Now, as for what pin you should actually pick up, because there's a lot of options. There might be a certain character your Sander fan is obsessed with, and hopefully they'll give you a little inclination. However, my tip would be, if you have a Stormlight fan, go with Syl, Kaladin, Dalinar, Yasna, or Adolin pin. And if you have a Mistborn fan, go with Vin, Kelsier, Elend, or Wayne. Here's a list of the pins that are available and what books they're from, if that can help you make your selection. Let me know what your favorite holiday gifts are that I forgot in the comments down below. And please don't drop a virus link. Just don't do it. Dragonsteel Nexus is next week, which I just can't believe it's already here, but make sure to subscribe to see all my Dragonsteel Nexus content, as well as a getting ready for Nexus video that I have coming out next week. Thank you so much to my patrons, Max, 6H23, Zaynif, and Dan, for your constant support. It means the absolute world for me. If you want to help support the channel grow a little bit and want to join the Patreon, I'd like to have you. That'd be pretty cool. You can submit your own daily trivia questions. Okay, love you, bye.